Hello, everybody. Coming at you today to talk about worship being war. Going to be super transparent with you all, which I think is best, and tell you that I have spent the last week worrying. Instead of being a warrior, I've been a worrier. Instead of a prayer, I've been a worrier. And God reminded me tonight of a message I gave the youth group. Gosh, it's been a while. And it was called Worship is War. And he reminded me of how important worship is. In Psalms 22, it talks about God inhabiting the praises of his people. And in Exodus 14, it says that God told Moses to stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. A lot of times in the Old Testament that happens, like I think it was King Jehoshaphat was going to war, and he was surrounded and he was not going to win. And God just told him to stand still, to praise. And he led all his people out to praise, and God won the battle for him. He didn't have to do anything. God won the battle. And, Jehoshaphat just reaped the rewards of winning that battle. I just want to encourage you to worship instead of worrying. I got into a place of worship after worrying for a week about things that I really can't do anything about. Only the Lord can. And felt so free afterwards. And I just remembered, like, this is the place we're meant to be. We're meant to be in communion with God. And when we leave that communion with God and worry instead, we've just separated ourselves from how amazing He is and everything that He is. And on top of worshiping, praise is amazing as well. So add some praise into that worship. And when you're praising him, talk about all the things that he's done in your life. And it reminds you of all the times he's shown up when instead of worshiping, you were worrying, and he showed up anyways and won battles for you. And just praise him and remind yourself and thank him for all he's done, because he's going to show up. It might not be as quickly as you think, and it's not always the way that we think it should look. However, he always shows up and is an amazing father to us. So I just encourage you in my short little message tonight to you to worship instead of worry, and remember that worship is war. Use it as warfare. When you're in the middle of it, the devil doesn't expect you to worship the Lord. What he expects you to do is worry. He expects you to be upset and, questioning God instead of worshiping him. He's not a fan of you worshiping. He's not expecting you to do that. It's war. It's war against the kingdom of darkness. In Job. In Job, Satan is torturing Job, obviously. It's awful. And he basically tells God, Satan does, that, you know what? People only care about themselves. If I, throw all of these punches at them, they will curse you to your face. God, they will curse you to your face. Job did not curse him to his face. Job worshiped him instead. He had a lot of questions, but he worshiped him instead. So worship is war. Satan expects you to worry, to fret, to cry, everything but pray and worship and praise, especially worship and praise. So I just encourage you, use the warfare that you have available to you. Sometimes there's nothing you can do physically, but you can worship. War, my friends, war with worship. Have a great night.